is a bench warrant arraignment in the matter of People versus Amanda Marion Jewell. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse.
Ms. Middleton.
Your attorney.
I'm here today.
What's that?
I'm kind of curious why I'm here today. I was pretty sure I served my sentence.
Buckle up, folks. This one's a roller coaster. Meet Amanda Marion and Jewell, the woman who somehow forgot she was due in court for her sentencing. How does that even happen? Let's dive into this courtroom chaos. Spoiler alert, things are about to get real messy.
Illegal entry.
Here, correct?
Yes. And the matter was set for sentencing
I thought I'd already served my sentence.
on August 31st.
I thought that's when I got out. 2022. I was here for like 60 days.
Let's go through the history of this. Ms. Casey Strong is here with us from the public defender staff. And I asked her to come in. All right, let's go back. On December 21st, you allegedly illegally entered
So in 2022, I was picked up and served the rest of the sentence.
Just wait. I'm going through this.
Okay.
You got arrested and posted a bond in January of 2022.
Yep.
Attorney Timothy George was appointed to represent you, but he had a conflict, and the attorney then became Rhonda Ives. On July 13th of 2022, you got arrested for failing to appear, and you pled not guilty again. So I set the matter for an attorney pretrial for August 5th. Of 2022. You pled guilty to the charge on August 5th.
Okay, hold up. Let me get this straight. Amanda shows up in court today acting totally baffled, like, wait, I thought I already served my time, Your Honor. Ma'am, skipping your sentencing isn't some cute little mix-up. That's not confusion, that's called dodging responsibility. You don't just clock out of the justice system when it's convenient for you, and let's not forget, this isn't even her first blunder. She pled guilty back in August 2022, got released on a PR bond, and then poof, pulled a full-on Houdini. No court appearance, no call to her lawyer, not even a courtesy email, just straight up ghosted the process. Funny how she had no trouble walking out of jail but checking her mail? That's where things get too complicated. Can we get a slow clap for this stunning display of personal accountability? Bravo, Amanda. Bravo.
For 25 days. I gave you a PR bond and set the matter for sentencing for September 12th, which you promptly never appeared again whatsoever. So your bluster this morning is wasted. You were in jail for 25 days, you entered a plea, I let you out of jail, and you never showed up for the sentence. You never got sentenced.
I never got any notice to appear.
I told you in the courtroom. I may have even given you something. I told you the matter was set for sentencing on September 12th of 2022. I asked for victim input and a police report. Miss Normant was watching this house for her grandmother and contended that you or others trashed the place. So I set the matter for sentencing. I let you out of jail, and you paid me back by never showing up again.
I don't remember ever getting a notice to appear after.
I told you in the courtroom what the day was to be here.
I physically did not have a sheet that said I needed to return to the court.
Well, we sent it, which is the address that you gave me in the courtroom.
Well,
that was mailed to that address on August 31st.
No longer, I cannot receive mail there. The house has been condemned.
So on that day, Your lawyer tried to call you several times, had no contact with you since you got out of jail. And the complainant was present and ready to give information about your case.
Well, the complainant was in the parking lot when I left the jail that day and threatened my life.
Hold up. Now we're diving into the real drama. Amanda's pulling out the big guns with some wild accusations against the victim, Ms. Norman. According to Amanda, the woman watching the house threatened her life. Oh, so that's the defense we're going with? Because of course, it's never about the trespassing, the vandalism, or the fact that Amanda disappeared like a ghost after getting out of jail. Nope. Let's just spin the whole thing and make it about how she was the victim all along. This isn't just denial. It's next-level manipulation. Sorry, but no one's buying this attempt to paint yourself as the poor, innocent target of some neighborhood drama. Newsflash, you illegally entered that property and trashed it. Being called out for your criminal behavior isn't a threat, sweetheart. It's consequences.
Well,
is her name?
No. Her name is James.
The woman that was watching the residence was in the parking lot that day when I left and threatened my life.
Okay. So anyway, you never called your lawyer. Your lawyer was unable to reach you, and you never showed up. So how did you get arrested last night?
I didn't get arrested last night. I was arrested on Sunday.
Where is that? So Sunday would have been February 10th, Super Bowl Sunday. How did you come to get arrested?
On my property.
Did they arrest you for something else, or did they just find there was this warrant?
They arrested me for something else. This popped up when I was going to be let out.
All right. What was the charge in Kalamazoo?
A false charge of controlled substance, dangerous drugs. And I'm supposedly on the FBI list. Who knows why, but...
All right. So is that, and then they were gonna bond you out. They found this warrant in St. Joe County.
Yep. This. And I need to get out of here as fast as possible because I'm trying to get my taxes paid on my house so I can start renovations.
Okay.
Before the 1st of March, definitely.
All right, very good. All set.
Now Amanda's playing the I was arrested for something else card, like she's just an innocent bystander caught in a tragic comedy of errors. She gets picked up on Super Bowl Sunday because sure, that's just a random coincidence, not like she was on anyone's radar or anything. And now, she's facing charges involving controlled substances. But don't worry. According to Amanda, it's all just a big misunderstanding. The FBI's probably got her confused with someone else. And let's not forget that false charge for dangerous drugs, because of course, she's the real victim here. But wait, just when you think the plot couldn't twist any harder, she throws in concerns about taxes and home renovations. Really, Amanda? You skipped court, ignored sentencing, got arrested again, and now your biggest worry is whether the tile matches the backsplash? Honey, maybe focus on the jail time before the drywall. Priorities, right?
For sentence, and hopefully we can get Miss Ives here. The first day I have is February 21st.
And I have court in Kalamazoo on the 21st. Do I have to stay in jail till this matter goes to court? I would think that since it's a misdemeanor, I wouldn't have to stay in jail.
You're mistaken. I'm not very happy with you. You blew off your sentencing date. You never called your lawyer. The complainant came twice. You're trying to bluster me to tell me that you already got sentenced and did a bunch of jail time. I did you a favor by letting you out of jail, and you promptly responded by
I thought I did, my mistake.
Okay,
I just wanna get the matter resolved, and I don't wanna miss being able to get my property, taken care of before March. And I don't wanna miss my other court dates in Kalamazoo.
fair enough.
Trying to keep a better schedule, only can do that if, we can work together. Cause this is only a misdemeanor. Not that that makes it any less important.
There we go. Your lawyer is set to be here next Tuesday.
You have to be here till
February
Tuesday?
20th. Yes.
Really?
We also need to give notice to the complaining witness.
So I can't give because now I have a way to get here. Before I didn't have a way to get here.
Yes.
We're really doing this, huh? Amanda's still here, trying to charm the judge into handing out a little leniency. Like this whole thing's just been one big misunderstanding. She's got a lawyer lined up for next week, and wouldn't you know it, she's already got a perfectly reasonable excuse for ghosting another court date. I didn't have a ride before, but now I do. Oh, now you're ready to cooperate? Where was that energy the last time you got released? Right, nowhere to be found. But hey, let's all just casually overlook the fact that she's been dodging her legal responsibilities for 2.5 years. Sure, she's asking for another chance, but this is like that one kid who skips class all semester, then shows up a week before finals claiming they're ready to do the homework. Sorry, Amanda. That's not how any of this works.
I don't understand why I couldn't be released. If I do have a way to get here, I know I have a way to get here. Before I did not.
Well, you do now, because you have no bond. I'm going to deal with you on Tuesday, and I'm going to decide at that time whether to let you out on Tuesday or give you the balance of 93 days in jail. So you might want to work on your attitude a little bit. I'll have your lawyer, Rhonda Ives, here at that time. We'll have the complainant here. I'm going out of my way to set this as soon as I can on a date that your attorney is already scheduled to be here. Just because you're strenuous in your statement doesn't mean it's correct. The bottom line is,
Look, at the end of the day, this courtroom isn't some reality show where the villain gets endless reboots and redemption arcs. Amanda's behavior has been flat-out reckless, blowing. Off her sentencing, ignoring the legal process, and now trying to brush it off like it's all just a big mix-up. No, sweetie. It's not a misunderstanding. It's a clear, deliberate refusal to take responsibility. Here's the real takeaway. The justice system can offer grace, yes, but that grace has limits. You don't get to keep showing up late, playing the victim, and expecting the judge to hand out free passes. The law doesn't bend for excuses. Eventually, the second chances run out.
you blew me off. You never showed up. You never called your lawyer. Your lawyer couldn't call you. I told you the date in the courtroom. I mailed the notice to the address that you gave me. You've been AWOL for 2.5 years. So we'll deal with this on Tuesday. No, this is it. I'll see you Tuesday.
And there it is. Amanda Jewell, the queen of excuses, finally has a date with destiny, February 21st. But let's be clear, this isn't some feel-good redemption arc. This is the last stop before reality comes crashing down. The real question now is, will she actually show up this time? Or keep running from the consequences of the chaos she created? Here's the million-dollar question. How many chances do we give someone to dodge the system before it finally catches up? You decide.